Hey guys, it's Elliot. Well, that was another season of Arrow over and has left us with many questions. In this video, I'll be talking about what will happen in the next series of Arrow. I will be doing a review video on Arrow Season 3 at some point, but I just wanted to put down my ideas of what I think could happen in Season 4 of Arrow. Be warned guys, there will be spoilers because I will be talking about things that happen in the series finale that make differences for Season 4. So, also this is my first video on talking about Arrow and doing a video like this in general, so stick with it guys. So let's get into this. After Ra's al Ghul was defeated and the team got together at Palmer Technologies, Oliver was talking about how Ra's had taken his identities. He couldn't be the Arrow or Oliver Queen. He didn't want to be either. He wanted to be with Felicity, with all the heroes that have joined the Crusade over the last few years, with John Diggle, Felicity. Well, Felicity's leaving, but yeah, with Felicity, Laurel, Sarah, Nyssa. Nyssa's gone back to the League. Ray's going to the League of doing his own spin-off show in Legends of Tomorrow. Malcolm, you could say, was possibly a sort of anti-hero. He could be a hero sometimes and then an enemy at others. And you've got Speedy now, obviously, as well. Not short of masks. But the thing is, if you saw what I was saying there, that you've got Ray, he's leaving because he's in the Legends of Tomorrow. He will be coming back to Arrow and Flash in other episodes, but his main show will be the Legends of Tomorrow. Then you've got Roy, who faked his death so Oliver didn't have to go to prison. So he's not there anymore. We've gained Speedy, which is Thea Queen, and Laurel's came in this season as well. So that just leaves Diggle, Laurel, and Speedy. That's it. That's all that's left, because Nyssa's back at the League of Assassins, Malcolm Merlyn is Ra's al Ghul. That's not enough people to protect that city if we've seen, from what we've seen over the last 3 seasons. But yeah, he's going to have to come back at some point. What I think they're going to do is they're going to do like a 4-month hiatus kind of thing, where they'll come back in around about September, October, and what they'll do is they'll start off the season going, right, this is what Felicity and Oliver did. But this has happened in Starling, so they've had to come back to help out. Oliver's had to become the Green Arrow, because in Season 2 there was that point where he said, I do not want to be the Vigilante anymore, I want to be Arrow. Now, because the Arrow identity has been taken from him, he's going to have to refresh himself again, and that's where we'll probably see him becoming the Green Arrow from the comics, and that will be brilliant to watch. Also, we've still got 2 years of flashbacks to find out what happened to Oliver. They can't just leave that and go, yeah, well, you found out 3 years of what happened. You've spent half of the series half of all 3 series looking at the flashbacks and what actually happened to Oliver Queen and what built him into the weapon that he is now. But we're not going to tell you what happened the 2 years afterwards between him leaving Hong Kong and coming back to Starling. No, we're not going to tell you. No. The writers and producers won't do that. There's no worry. Stephen Amell going to leave Arrow. He said a couple of months back that he'd be on Arrow as long as possible, and that he would like it to be on air as long as possible as well. So I don't think there's any worry about him officially leaving. But we might not see him for a few episodes, maybe, if they want to do it that way, where we start off with the Speedy and Diggle fixing problems, and then something happens and Oliver has to come out of retirement. That could happen. However they're going to do it, Oliver will be coming back, so don't lose any sleep over it. Also, though, they've brought in this is sort of hints of the enemy of Season 4. Damien Dark. They've mentioned the name a few times in the last few episodes. He's the leader of H.I.V.E. H.I.V.E. are a rogue organisation like the League of Assassins, but don't hold any of the honour or rules that the League follows, so they're even more dangerous than the League itself. And I think the City, and possibly the League with Malcolm being Ra's, will need Oliver's help at some point. That could be sort of the bargaining chip, the bargain that they made at the end of the season, where you saw it said Oliver was going to Malcolm. He did that thing where he was talking to him and he says, I will never forgive you for what you did, and to Sarah and what you did to Thea. And Malcolm said, does that mean we're still enemies? And he said, not if you hold up your end of the bargain. What is that end of the bargain? What does that mean? Maybe they're coming back as not as friends, but as working partners again next season to take down H.I.V.E. So then there's only one bad organisation left, which is H.I.V.E. But who knows, that's just a sort of miniature theory, and that could be a reason why Oliver Queen has to come out of retirement and be the Arrow, because of H.I.V.E. Because don't forget, H.I.V.E. were the people that got Diggle's brother killed. They were the people that hired Deadshot to kill Andy. So that's going to be a sore point next season. But wow, Oliver's left now apparently. You've got Felicity gone, Malcolm being Ra's al Ghul. Mad. It's just half the cast has all of a sudden sort of gone away. I mean, none of them have died. Funnily enough, that is something that never happens in Arrow. One of the main characters or the heroes dying. I mean, you could class the fall as being death to Oliver, but he survived because they made us think he was dead, but we thought the Lazarus pit was going to come into play then, but it didn't. He just sort of died, but didn't die fully, basically. But I think next season is going to be really fun. I think the Arrow's going to be in it. I'd be interested to see what Quentin Lance thinks about that. But yeah, he'd had a change of heart this episode as well, the series finale, where he said, "Your two men are fighting up here, and I don't like Oliver Queen, but I'm not going to see him killed when I think he's trying to save the city." And that was nice. He did realise then that Oliver is not the big bad guy. It was Ra's and it was the League, and Oliver was actually trying to stop them, and that was nice that he sort of saw that. Also, Felicity in the atom suit. Didn't expect that one coming. And yeah, I think season 4 is going to be a good one. I do honestly think that. I literally can't wait. I did send a tweet to the CW Arrow Twitter account saying, is series 4 starting next week then? Next Wednesday at the same time? I didn't get a reply, funnily enough. That would be brilliant. If you could have like, I mean, you've always got the daytime shows that have got like an episode every single day. How cool would that be if you had like an episode every week for 52 weeks of the year of Arrow? That would be absolutely amazing. Totally impossible, but absolutely amazing. But yeah, there's going to be H.I.V.E. next season. They have been sort of semi-confirmed as the big bad villain, or one of the villains next season. I mean, you could have Ra's al Ghul, you could have the League coming back into play as enemies now that Malcolm Merlyn is the Ra's al Ghul, because he could always use the League for bad. He could always use that to do another undertaking to try and destroy Stalin for what they did to Rebecca, his wife, but even though he got his revenge with Brick earlier in the season, but he's a sociopath, so he still might try something like that again. Hope not, because he's the anti-hero. He's the hero. He can be a hero sometimes, but then also can be evil, but you love to hate him. And I just hope we'll see more of him next season. I do like him being a cast regular. I mean, John Barrowman is probably one of my favourite actors. I've seen him in theatre about 4 or 5 different times. Watched him in Doctor Who and Torchwood. I mean, I'm a massive fan of loads of TV shows that he's been in. But yeah, this is going to be the end of the video, guys. Tell me in the comments down below, have you got any theories for Arrow Season 4, and what did you think of the season finale? I thought it was absolutely brilliant, one of the best episodes of the season. Series 3 has been a high and low season for me. It's been very slow paced at some points, but very high paced at others. And it just has felt a little bit off to me this season. Season 2 is still probably my favourite season on the whole, but Season 1 had the best fights in it, except for the Deathstroke Arrow one at the end of Season 2. That one doesn't count. My favourite episode of the season, probably, if I was going to choose properly for one, awesomeness, where the casting was brilliant, I'd say the series finale, because that was epic, except for the last 10-15 minutes. I didn't like how all of a sudden it was like Ra's has been defeated and then everybody's hunky-dory and nothing's happening, like, and then they're all talking of feelings. I thought they could have had less of that. But probably my favourite episode of Season 3 has been Draw Back Your Bow, which was the one with Cupid in it, because I absolutely adored the Cupid character. I thought she was absolutely brilliant. I didn't really like her as much in Suicidal Tendencies, where you had the Suicide Squad, but I did really like her in Draw Back Your Bow. The mad kind of love thing, that was brilliant. Probably worst episode of the season, I would say, would have been... A lot of them are on par with each other. I'd say there's been many worst episodes this series. There's been loads of them that have just missed the mark totally. There's probably about 10 episodes this season that I could name that I haven't liked, that have been slow paced, or the story's just been boring, or nothing's actually advanced. So yeah, tell me in the comments down below what you thought of this series as well. And we're going to theorise, guys, over the next few months while we're waiting for Arrow and Flash to return. We've still got the Flash finale next week, if you're a fan of that. That'll be fun. And also, after the Flash series finale, we will see a trailer, apparently, of Legends of Tomorrow with the Atom spin-off show. That's also got not Katie Cassidy, that's the person who plays Laurel. The person who played Sarah, she's in it. I don't know if she's we don't know if she's a new character yet, or the Black Canary in it that's been revived by the Lazarus Pit or something. But yeah, we'll find out. And yeah, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's my first video on any TV show in this kind of format, so because I just do gameplay videos mainly. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.